Four Brothers Decisions.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are y'all doing tonight? How are you all doing this evening? I am sitting here with my co-host right here, Mr. Three, who's looks like he's got his earpiece getting put in. We got
Oh,
we got Mama T in the house. We got Grim Reaper in the house.
boy, it's been a day, guys.
Oh,
How's everybody doing?
you are not lying. I'm telling you. All right, real quick. Hoopy Star, that was his intro. And just so you all are aware, oop, that's not what I wanted to do. What am I doing, Dave? There we go. Let's perfect. I'm putting his link in the chat right here. Go ahead, check his stuff out. He can help you out with a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm telling you, you are not going to be unhappy with what he does. You just got to give him a little bit of direction, and I mean just a little bit, and he's going to take off with it and run with it. Hold up. Gonna be a grandma. What are we talking about here? Michelle Shock, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Just so everyone's aware, this evening, Katie Zed is going to be participating in a game night that's going to be at 8 p.m. That's going to be 8 p.m. So if you guys ditch us and you guys head over there, first off, y'all are traitors, but don't worry. We're going to try and head over that way also shortly after. So we're traitors also. We got no problems with that. Mr. Three, how about you tell us how your week's been?
It's been crazy, man. Every week's crazy, but dealership stuff is just dealership stuff.
Yep.
They changed up some stuff for us, so great. Not really.
Ain't that the truth?
It was. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but anyways, they kind of it started off as like you had to be a level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3. They've done away with that now. It is now a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
So instead of a level, now you're a phase?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the politics is on that or what the reasoning is why they changed it, but they did. Anyways, where I work particularly, for the longest time, at least for the last 2 years that I've been there, it's just been myself and one other coworker as a technician because I work in a small town in a dealership. But so it's been pretty hard for me to level up. They say as or phase in or whatever it is nowadays that they're going to call it. But with that being said, first off, they had my code wrong. They had all of our codes wrong, even though I was what they would consider a phase 1 at the time.
Now, is phase 1 the top or is that the bottom?
It's right now it's phase 1, 2, and 3, and as you get higher, it's the more you're more qualified.
Okay. So phase 3 would be the top qualification.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what about levels?
There is no more levels.
Oh, what was the levels?
When it was levels, it was the same criteria. It was
okay. Gotcha.
A level 0 could do certain things, a level 1 could do certain things, a level 2 could do certain things, and a level 3 will allow you to do all things because you would be
fancy,
a top tier technician at that point.
So you
with
would be
that with
one
that being
of the fancy bitches.
right. With that being said, they changed it, and at the time I was, and I still am to an extent, considered a level 1. But I took last Saturday when I had to work and spent the day training, going to school, which you have to do anyways to keep up with all of the technology. So
Yeah, it's
uh,
what do they call that? They call that continuing education.
yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So a lot of my stuff is, and a lot of it is online studies and whatnot, so that you can take, like for me, I would be taking the Mopar stuff. So
Right.
last Saturday I went from, um, and of course, because like I was saying before, it was just myself and one other coworker. It was hard for me to get away to do the schooling because it just isn't time when you're running
Oh
to
yeah.
do, when you're running the back area trying to get cars in and out and things of that nature. But uh, needless to say, I am a couple of steps away from being a phase 2, and it took me all of about 6-7 hours of training going
Right.
to school. And then my next step is to be continuing on to a phase 3. Uh, the downside is because I was kind of grandfathered in as well as the other technician, we have until July to become phase 3 technicians in order to get paid, in order for our dealership to get paid for phase 3 level stuff work.
Got
Um,
you.
the downside is because we did pick up a third person now at this point. He finished his phase 1 stuff. He only has 90 days to get to phase 3.
Oh.
Um, and I'm assuming that is, I haven't got down to the exact, uh, I haven't got down to the exact side of it. It's really not my area to do that. But it's kind of stupid when you get these PDIs, and that's pre-delivery inspections,
Hmm.
which would be your new cars that come in. And they call them NVPs as well, which is new vehicle prep, which is probably what more people are going to be familiar with. And when we get these brand new cars that come in off of the trucks, they're wrapped in plastic. You got to check air. You got to check off a bunch of lists of stuff. There's like 9 different sections. Well, there's technically 10, but there's 10 different sections. Then there's a test drive that you have to take it on. So, no, people, you will never, ever, ever get a hold of a vehicle with 0 miles on it. We don't get them with 0 miles on them. We get them
No.
most of the time with 3 to 5 miles on them. Sometimes we get them anywhere between 10 miles on them, and some of them I've seen have had upwards of about 200 miles on them.
I once heard that the only way you can get a 0-mile car is if you pick it up from manufacturer yourself or have it delivered from manufacturer yourself. Is
I
that true?
cannot confirm that. I don't know because I've never ordered a vehicle that way. I've just
Yeah.
done what 99.9% of the population does. It just goes to a dealership and picks one
Right.
up. But with that being said, when we get vehicles, say with 3 miles on them, we have to put a minimum of 4 miles on it, no matter what.
Okay.
So you're going to get one at bare minimum with
7 or 8 miles on it.
at bare minimum, and then
Right.
you still have to think. People come in, they test drive them, so the mileage is going to slowly increase at that point, depending on the test drive. Uh, let's see. I seen her in here, Brenda.
Oh yeah, we do have other people that have shown up. We've got Katie Zed that decided to grace us with her presence. We've got Brenda Donalds that's here. Hello. Katie Zed did put that link for the game night into the chat. So when we leave out of here, that's look at and kind of the direction that we're going. We've got Michelle that's in here. How you doing? Again, Mama T, Liz Asbury.
Yep. Miss Lizzie Liz.
Lizzie Liz, how are you? And glad you're here. Grim Reaper's in the house. We're probably looking to see a couple other people drop in for just a few. But yeah,
How about you? How was your fantastic week?
week was fine. Nothing crazy. Okay. Today,
What are you drinking, by the way?
I am going with maple. I'm
Same.
going with the dripped out. And the reason for that is because of today. All right. So I'm old. All right. And there's a senior softball league that my neighbor's been trying to get me to get on for a while, but I haven't been old enough. And apparently this year I became officially old so I can join the frickin' seniors league. And so I was going to go try out tomorrow because this league is kind of competitive. All right. And you got to try out. You got to, get out there. Now, there's different levels to the league. And there's one level where there's a 91-year-old and two 91-year-olds and one 93-year-old on a team. Okay. And they're still playing softball. So
Good on them. I'm hoping at that age I'm still able to hobble my butt around.
hopefully we make it to that age. Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.
God, what
Hold
is
it,
wrong
hold-
with you? Why do you have to be like that to your
Hold
significant
on.
other?
Here, we're going to put this up here. That's not the one I want. Let's just do this. Okay.
AARP card. What in the world?
So here's the thing. Okay. Katie Zed is going to make fun of me because I am now a senior, and that's fine.
What's considered a senior?
My age or older. Maybe 49 or older.
That's BS.
Okay. And she's going to throw this out here. Now, let me say that Katie Zed is older, and she's been getting harassed to get on the same softball league longer. And I think she's got two AARP cards in her
It's not
wallet.
just one, it's two?
I think it's two.
Oh my.
Yeah. So,
She qualified twice?
well, when you're that old, sometimes you got to get two.
Oh. Senior plus?
She's a senior plus.
Oh shit. Love you.
I've got a chair right there that I'm probably going to sleep on tonight. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, I went out there and tried out because
Well, good on you.
they supposed to go. I was supposed to go tomorrow, but it's going to rain out tomorrow, and I was told that they had moved it to today. So I got out there. That was supposed to be from like 2 to 4. Okay. I didn't get out there until like 3:15. Okay.
Oh boy.
So I show up and everyone's out on the field. Everyone's doing stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to get out there. And I sit down and I'm watching them. And some old man, I say old man, some guy sits down next to me and goes, hey, he goes, you got a glove? I went, yes, sir. He goes, you here just watching or you looking to go out there and hit a few? I said, well, I was told to come on out and try out. And he goes, oh, how old are you? I went, well, 49. And he goes, you're old enough. I went, thank you still don't want to hear that, but thank you. And he laughs. He goes, yeah, we all been there. And he goes, all you got to do is go over to this table. And he takes me over, whatnot. I went, yeah, but everyone's out on the field. He goes, don't worry about it. We're going to get you out there. Get out there. Swing a couple, throw a couple, whatnot. Now, mind you, 2 weeks ago Sunday, we had a little bit of ice on the ground, and I slipped and I hit hard.
We still at our house have ice. Okay.
Yeah.
It started off thick. Okay. And I'm talking, we have layers of it. So we have ice, then snow, then ice, then snow, then ice, then snow.
Yeah.
It got bad, so bad the last couple days that it was so cold that the actual snow that was on the ground
became ice.
Literally glazed over was ice, and everybody was slipping and falling. The dogs were. And Miss Liz had take a little fall.
Yeah.
And busted up her wrist a little bit. So she's sore from that.
Yeah.
And of course, she was chasing after the dog, but you know. Anyways, go ahead.
So I get out there and I'm, not trying to hobble around, but I'm, catching balls and I'm hitting the balls and whatnot. And I'm telling you, my damn knee is really letting me know it's still here. So, yeah.
Your body tends to do that, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't heal as quick as I used to.
None of us do.
I
mean, hell, I got what I can only assume is tennis elbow because it literally hurts here 24/7 and never stops.
Katie says she ran errands today. No, she drove to do her errands today
and walked in.
Because that's what I would have done. But no, it was a good time. It was good. The guys were impressed with the fact that I wasn't I've never done baseball or softball in like high school or anything like that. I played games here, when I was in the service, but I've never done a league. The last time I was in a league, I was like 7 or 8 years old. And
I honestly don't think I was ever in any kind of a league and or whatever ever.
Yeah,
growing up.
I was up in Oregon when I stayed up there for a minute. I did Little League, and I was on a league, and yeah, we did pretty good. But 7, 8 years old, we're looking 40 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And we were using baseballs. We weren't using softballs. So it's a little different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just.
I got to imagine I'd be in the same boat, and I'm not. I know this handsome face looks over, but it's not. But I can guarantee you that I have put my body through as much hell as you have.
Yeah, just it's different. But yeah, I agree.
So,
yeah. You've been wrenching for a long time, and
it's not even just that. It's just the wrenching, the hard labor, everything. Hey, Miss Bond, Shelly.
What?
Shelly's here. Shell.
Oh, hey, Shelly. How you doing? Glad you're here. No, yeah, you've been doing the wrenching. You've been doing other stuff, and I have been, with all the military stuff and whatnot. And when they say that the shit that we did in the military with all the gear that we used to move around,
yeah, absolutely.
We're talking 3 to 4 years to everyone else's normal 1 year. Yeah. So,
to get back with Shelly though, I actually was on a bowling league. I remember that.
Oh, I was on a bowling league.
I was on a bowling league with JT, and then I believe our league went to Vegas, and we went to Vegas, and I can't remember, but I thought our league won.
I have no idea.
I don't
just
remember. It's been a while.
Shelly's pop is the one that like taught me how to bowl.
Hmm.
Okay.
Super, super, super knowledgeable guy. He was good.
Yeah. And it was like I used to have what's called a backup ball. So while everyone, if you're right-handed, it goes counterclockwise down the lane. Okay. For me, when I would roll, it would go clockwise. And it was called a backup ball because instead of rolling the ball, okay, I would go
Mhm.
there. And he figured that out and he's like, all right, well, we're going to use it to our advantage. And taught me how to utilize that until I could. And again, I was younger, so I didn't know, the proper wall, the ball weight and stuff like that. And yeah.
So, Shelly, I remember specifically that if I recall, I believe you were running that bowling alley in the same league I was in,
Oh,
if I recall correctly. Is my recollection incorrect? Let me know.
well,
So, anyways, how did this go? You went there, you did your.
I went in and, having not done any of this, I haven't ran in years. Okay.
Good Christ. Yeah.
Okay. Like if I'm running, uh,
We look funny doing it. We look like we're newbies at
well,
it.
I don't look like I'm a newbie doing it, but I look like I hurt all over doing it at the moment. But no,
I would look like a fish out of water running it right now. I can almost guarantee it.
I,
I think my body's forgotten all of the motions to kind of go with it.
oh,
I'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It doesn't go. Wait. It would take me a minute, but I think I could figure it back out.
left foot and left hand at the same time, right?
I don't know.
No, it's supposed
I
to be
can't
opposite. It's opposite.
remember.
Anyway, I got out there and they're like, "Hey, catch a couple of balls." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Um, yeah,
That's a li-
running
I
on
was,
the treadmill's a little different.
yeah, not quite. It's pretty. It's not quite as close.
I
It's just different.
it, running on the treadmill is different. Running out there in front of people, no, that's a whole
Man, you
nother
got to
ball.
look better doing it.
I do. I got to do something because I look like you said, like a freaking baby deer on ice. Just so, but no, I got out there and I hit a couple of balls and I was like, all right, I'm feeling good. At the end of it, I'm like, they're like, so you gonna do this? I went, yeah, I guess so. If I get picked or whatnot, I guess I gotta pay and because you gotta pay to be on the league. I think it's like 50, $60, something like that to be on the league. I'm not quite sure. I gotta find out. And the guy goes, uh, I guarantee you if you paid, you're getting on. I went, oh, is that you pay, you automatically get on? He goes, no, the scouts are already talking about you. I went, scouts? The fuck are you talking about? And he goes,
Am I going to get paid to do this?
he goes, all of the team captains, okay, that they've already got the team set up, like who's got this team, who's got that team. They're doing like legitimate, like, all right, well, I got the worst team last year, so I get to pick first.
I need at least a medium or better team this year.
And they actually pick like you would like with the draft. And I'm going, what? And he's like, oh yeah, you're definitely getting on. It's not a matter of, he goes, you did a lot better than you think. I went, all right, that's kind of nice to hear. So, but no, to everyone's point, if I was running, everyone else better be running too, because I'm not running for nothing. I'm just not. not anymore. I did all my running in the Marine Corps. Um, I'm not, but apparently I decided I wanted to do softball, so I better start running again.
You know, and that's funny because I'll be honest with you, it almost sounds pretty intriguing. You know, it almost makes me wish that I lived a little bit closer to you so that I could join that. Just because it's the competitiveness in me, I think.
Well, and that's the thing is
So.
these old fuckers are competitive as hell.
I guarantee it.
Okay, and there's one.
It never comes out of us, dude. It never leaves us.
There's this guy. He's 57. Okay, because I was talking to him today, and he's all right. He can hit real well. He can throw, pretty good. And I walked away from him, and one of the other guys goes, "Yeah, that's a quick one there." I went, "Oh yeah, he's quick for his age? No, he's quick for any age. That motherfucker's a deer."
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, "What?" He goes, "He is quick." I was like, "No shit." He goes, "Yeah, just don't let him,
Don't
because
underestimate that one.
he just kind of sombers around, whatnot. He's not, but apparently he's like grease lightning." And I'm like, "All right." And I'm feeling my knee going, well, I got to get this thing better so I can play. But yeah, it's a good group of guys. They took me in, even though I showed up late, to the tryouts. They're like, "Oh, hell no, get in here, get in here." I'm like, "Cool, let's do it." And yeah, so
No pops today, huh?
gonna be a good time. He might be watching. He doesn't always jump in here right off the bat. So yeah, that's been that. Again, I'm drinking dripped out maple. Okay. If you guys want something that's good, that's not like
it's a little
heavy,
it's a little sweet, but it's not heavy on the alcohol.
right?
So this little, forgive me,
It's a 40. It's 40 proof. So,
but it's 370. Well, excuse me, it's 375 milliliters, so it's not a super big bottle.
No, it's a nice small bottle.
You can actually go through this entire bottle, and let me rephrase that. I can go through that bottle and be just fine for the most part. I got a little bit of a buzz. I'm good.
Yeah.
I had like 3 or 4 shots of some of that other shit that we have.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
I wake up the next day with freaking hangover. My body's revolting.
The other thing I'm drinking is
did you see that?
Liquid Death, Billionaire, or Dead Billionaire, I should say. I got this for Valentine's Day, and
Did you see that?
What?
Buffalo Trace and Coca-Cola, tasty. Never had.
I had Buffalo Trace and Coca-Cola on a plane. I've never mixed my Buffalo Trace, so I couldn't tell you.
Isn't there a way to fix that issue? Isn't there some sort of exercise?
Kegels? You gotta do Kegel exercises.
I don't know. Maybe I thought that was something different, but I don't know. Anyway, you do have a speed.
Yeah. Especially if you start running and laughing, I'm guessing it's just over with for you.
Oh gosh, it's probably it's immediately probably over. It might be over right now. She might be laughing so hard.
But no, the Dr. Death Dead Billionaire, it is like an Arnold Palmer,
and
really good.
You did try it, so it is good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I have tried and tried over the years to wrap my taste buds around uh, any kind of a sparkling water based type drink.
I can't
I
do.
just can't do it.
I cannot do sparkling water.
There's some sort of aftertaste on my end that I just can't deal with.
I would try this because it's not a sparkling water.
It's still water based.
No, it's not.
They
This
don't
one's
consider that one a water.
this one's not. No, this isn't. It is a tea lemonade agave mix.
I might have to try it then.
Yeah, it's not a. This one's not water based. I think
But-
you would enjoy it.
Well, maybe. I've never had an Arnold Palmer, so
Arnold, or what is it? Liquid Death. No, Dr. Death. You were telling me that that's one that tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
So yeah, and waffle. Oh, that gives me a headache just thinking about it, brother. Mad Dog. We go way back, and that one hurts. That one hurts.
you know what hurts me
What's that?
when I go way, way back? Everclear,
Everclear hurts everyone.
Jungle Juice.
Yeah.
I'm a kind of spit this out there, but my first ever alcoholic experience was Everclear, straight out of the bottle,
Yep.
3 swigs, and I'm not talking just like small swigs. It was the bottle was in the mouth, and my cheeks went 3 of those,
So here's my
and
question.
then I drank Jungle Juice after that.
Where were you at when you did that?
Not at home.
Well, I get that.
If you remember, do you remember when I did as most kids do at a young age when they disappear, run away?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I ran away from the house, and the first night I was out, that's what I had.
So the first time I got drunk,
That would be my first time.
the first time I got drunk, um,
Booty juice.
let me try and
Paint the picture here.
yeah. So I was with Shelly's. Maybe was it Shelly or was it Sherry? It was one of them. I was 12 years old. Okay.
You were just a little bit younger than I was.
12 years old. And I believe, it was either Shelly or it was Sherry. Okay. But they were married. Okay. And lived up in Prescott Valley, I believe.
That would be Sherry, because that would have
Okay.
been with George.
So I was given, go ahead. You're in a safe place. Nothing's going to happen to you. We're going to make sure you're taken care of.
That's the best, isn't it?
Yep. And I got snookered.
Did you pray to the porcelain god that night?
I am sure I did. There's a lot I don't remember, but I do remember waking up the next morning going, okay, last night was a blast. Right now sucks. And I was not happy with my head. And my head was not happy with me. But I went, I liked last night though. I got to figure out how to get last night without the morning. And I spent a long time trying to figure that shit out.
I don't know that
I
you really
can't.
ever do.
I can, but I figured out where that
Happy medium's at.
right where you can have that good night without having that shitty morning.
Yeah.
I did figure that out.
Even at my age, I'm still figuring that shit out.
But there was something. I remember there was Dr. Pepper involved. I remember there was tequila involved. I remember there was vodka involved. The vodka and the orange juice fucked me up. I'm
It fucks a
telling
lot
you.
of people up. I'm not a vodka person at all.
Holy cow.
Through and through, I am 100% a fucking whiskey drinker. It's just all there is to it. For some reason, I can't do the clear stuff. However, I do like margaritas. I like the way they taste. I don't like the way they make me feel the next day.
So again with the next morning, and this is the trick I've learned, okay? Before you go to bed, 3 Advil and a big glass of water. You just down it. 3 Advil, a big glass of water, and then you lay down and go to sleep. And I don't wake up with a hangover. I have drank less, not done it, and I've gotten a hangover, and I've drank way more, done that very thing. 3 Advil, a heaping glass of water, wake up, no hangover. So,
I have tried several different combinations, and I'm still trying to perfect it. Mine has been 3 Advil, 2 Advil, that combination with 2 Tylenol, and lots of water. And I give it probably a 60-40, 50-50 shot, whether or not it happens or not.
So, gin and tonic, hate gin, don't like it at all. One exception. There was one exception. There was the place that we got this from.
Mhm.
That gin was not bad.
I honestly don't know that I've ever tried gin. Like I said, I've always stuck to just whiskey.
Yep.
Even in well, pool hall days, it's either been beer or whiskey. That's it.
Right. Absolutely.
Most of the time, it's always been beer or whiskey.
Yep.
There is the exception of
Jaeger,
which
Yep.
is Jaeger Red Bull.
Yep.
But I'll be honest with you, it's generally been either Jack or some form of whiskey or a beer. So
I have never really been a fan of Jack.
as I've gotten older, and I think it's probably just more so because I've had so much of it, I'm kind of away from the Jack myself. That's why there's still a full bottle of Jack Daniels sitting right there that's not been opened. But you give me some Woodford Reserve or Pendleton's, something I can mix, I'm good.
So, cousin
Wait.
Cheryl. That does not surprise me at all. I've heard stories,
I got Winter Jack. It's right there.
and
It is actually pretty smooth.
yeah, I've heard stories about Granddad, and Dad, Aunt Jan.
I
Yeah.
don't think that I have.
Oh. Yeah, there's some things I just can't throw out in the interwebs. But
By the way, in case you guys don't know, that is Jameson Orange. And if you mix Jameson Orange with some cream soda, you get an orange creamsicle. And that is spectacular.
sounds good, actually.
That is really good.
So, all right. What else we got? Let's see here. The story, they're all true. I bet you have stories that we haven't been told also. And I would love to sit down with a drink or two, Cousin Cheryl, and hear them actually.
Is that cousin Cheryl with their son Jimmy? Cousin Cheryl?
Jimmy and
His wife, right?
no, Jimmy and I am so bad with names. I'm lucky I remember my damn name.
Well, I'm
most
just
days.
saying that's cousin Cheryl with her son being Jimmy.
I believe so.
Okay.
She'll let you know here in a second.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't know she was on the show.
yes. It is.
Yay!
Yep. So
Fuck, I'd love to sit down with her and have a couple of drinks. That'd be fucking crazy cool.
I want to sit down with her and have some drinks
We-
before Dad and Jan show up.
Yeah, for sure. Because we would get all the fucking skinny on
Because
that.
I want to hear the stories and have them show up and just look at them and go, really? You've heard the story of Aunt Jan when she was in high school? I think she was a senior in high school, and she got the car inside the garage sideways.
No.
Oh. All right.
Wait.
So it's a 2-car garage,
Uh-huh.
but there's a pole in the middle separating
The two
right
sides.
from left. Somehow she got the car into the garage sideways, and they couldn't get it back out. So they had to take that pole out to get the car out, put the pole back before Grandpa got home.
How the hell do you
Oh,
get
wait, hold up.
How the hell do you get a car in a single
wait,
car
hold up,
garage?
hold up.
It must have been an oversized garage. There's no way you could
How
get
was it? It was a 1-car garage? How is it a 1-car garage with the pole in the middle?
There must not have been a pole.
No. They had to take the pole out. I remember the pole.
Oh my.
I remember the conversation with the pole. They had to take the pole out, put it back, and then they had to get
Wonder
it.
if it was like a slightly oversized car garage, 1-car garage, and it had a pole on it, and they had to take the pole out to get it out. Oh, this would be an interesting conversation. I really got to hear this one.
Yeah. We might have to have Pop on to maybe we should have Cousin Cheryl on first. And then we'll pull Dad on. What do you think?
Know. Oh, it was a Carbark 4. Okay, all right. That's starting to make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, we'll have to get some diagrams on it. The way that I remembered it, and obviously I'm remembering wrong, is it was
It's probably been a minute since you've had this conversation, so I can
I was
understand.
probably 20 years ago because it was. I remember myself, Dad, Auntie in the garage at Dad's place.
So the only thing I ever heard, and I still don't know how any of it happened, all I've ever heard was that, and if we're talking about the same auntie, Aunt Jan,
yeah,
was how she took Uncle Phil's car.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
And yeah, that's the only one I don't know any of the gist of any of that. I just know that that's kind of been a subject on and off for my whole entire life at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened with that whole scenario. I just know that
that's
the car
been
was
a
damaged.
yeah, that was a sore subject.
I don't think it's so sore now because they both kind of.
You
But
can see
it
you
could
can see
be.
it. You can see it in his eyes. He's like, trust me, I've been there. I like, but no.
Hey, Pops, good to see you.
I'm glad you're here. I really got to get
He,
this.
he was lurking
Yeah, he was. See, I knew he was.
because he
There.
just kind of like, nope, it was one car, son.
Yeah.
So, what do you got? You got anything for this day in history or anything?
Oh, I do actually. I got a couple of things for this day in history.
Let's hear it. It's
All right.
Valentine's Day, so
Yeah. I do have something specific about Valentine's Day.
mine hadn't started out that great at all, but nonetheless.
So, well, let me tell you what mine was. Okay. So, got up a little extra early this morning, and I don't know how or why, but the dog didn't bark at me or anything like that this morning. Kind of was like, hey, what's Dad doing? And got all of the Arizona's birthday is the 12th of February, isn't it? Isn't it the 12th of February? Anyway, or maybe it was, no, 19. No, it was 1912 when it was made a state. So it could be today. Interesting.
Wouldn't you think that would be part of this day in history?
Except it's not.
Oh, Dr. Bushman
It's
would
not
be
on
disappointed if that's the true fact.
It's not. It's
Listen,
not in here.
I was born freaking raised in that place, and I can't remember.
I'm checking.
1912 on the 14th is what the wife is saying.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there we go.
I knew it was the 12th, but it was 1912, not February 12th. So
we're off by 2 days.
Yeah, well, it's today. Happy birthday, Arizona.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, Dr. Busher would be pretty upset with me that I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well.
So Dick would be disappointed in us.
Dick would definitely be disappointed. All right. So February 14th.
You got some stories about that shit. Well, at least I do anyway.
Yeah. All right. So 1849. James K. Polk is the first sitting president to be photographed. Everyone before that was a painting.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
Polk.
if they were president, they got painted. He was the very first one to actually have a photograph. I thought that was kind of cool because I really thought it was later than that when the first president.
What year?
1849.
I thought it was later than that. It would have been later than that too. I didn't think they had photography that early, but
no, they did, but it was in its infancy. It's definitely in its infancy.
Right.
So, but no, I definitely thought it was later than that. So, 1876.
Mm-hmm.
Competing patents are filed for what device?
The lit bulb.
No?
Oh, it's a device?
Yeah.
Jesus, 1870
1876.
for a device.
Yep. It was a patent. Everybody uses it. Everybody uses it. Now it's wireless. You're not tethered to the wall anymore.
It's not for the phone?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
They had the phones that early?
Yeah.
Man, I need to do
that's
some
what-
more schoolwork.
That's when the patent came out. Okay.
I need to do some more schoolwork.
And Alexander Graham Bell and Elijah Gray both applied for the patent. Both patents were found to have identical descriptions of variable transmitters in them, which is a crucial component to the telephone,
Sure.
which led to a controversy of who actually invented the device. So someone stole the other one. Now, just knowing a little bit of history, Alexander Graham Bell stole a lot of shit. So it would not surprise me if he finagled that one also. But he gets credited for the phone. Don't need to worry about that one. All right. 1920. This one goes to Chicago. Maybe Katie Zed can answer this one here. Okay. League of Women Voters was founded in Chicago in 1920. Did she know this? It's a good question.
Well, look at us. We didn't even
No, our
pinpoint. Yeah, we didn't even. We were born and raised in that state, and we couldn't even pinpoint when.
yeah.
Is it possible she knew? I would think that, knowing my sister-in-law, and as smart as she is, she probably knew. I'm going to bet on she probably knew.
Probably knew. But what is she going to say when it comes to the 19th Amendment? You know what the 19th Amendment is, right?
Maybe.
Letting women vote.
Mm-hmm.
What is she going to say about that one? All right. At 1929, St. Valentine's Day Massacre occurred. Do you know anything about that? All right. So
I know of it. I don't know anything about it.
this actually has a decent small description of it. So I'm going to read it. During Prohibition, George Bugs Moran's North Side Gang was fighting for control of bootleg liquor distribution in Chicago with Southside mobster Al Capone. Dressed as policemen, hitmen working for Capone marched 7 members of the North Side Gang into a garage, made them face the wall, and riddled them with bullets from Thompson machine guns. Okay.
That actually sounds very familiar. So yes, I think I've heard something about it.
When police arrived on the scene, they found Frank Gusenberg alive, but bleeding from 14 bullet wounds. When they asked him who shot him, Gusenberg replied, "No one shot me," and then died shortly after.
Wow.
The execution sparked public outrage about mob violence and helped boost Chicago's reputation during Prohibition as a gangland and bootlegging haven. No one was even charged with these crimes.
Dude's got 14 holes in him. Nope, nobody shot me.
Yeah. I don't know. I fell down and
Rumor it was dirty cops. But you know what? That sounds about right. I mean, listen, I could understand some things, and back in those days, if you're paid well enough to take care of your family, is it maybe a moral thing for some people? Yeah, but for some other people, it was more. I just need to take care of my family. I don't care what I got to do.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
do I
And
agree with it? No. Do I disagree with it?
it's hard
Mm,
to.
Not necessarily, but at the same time, I'm kind of. I guess you could say I'm kind of neutral on it.
Yeah, it's hard to fault people in one hand when you go and you're being pragmatic about it. But if you are going straight off of morality and all of that,
Well, and also
it's very easy.
back in those days, sometimes you just didn't have a choice because you could be 6 foot under yourself, or
Yeah,
somebody could be 6 foot under.
yeah, but is it better to be 6 foot under, or is it better to be?
Depends on if it's just you're alone, or is it somebody
Yeah.
else, and you're never going to know that because they could
Oh yeah,
put your ass and then go next in line, which would be family. So,
yep.
Those guys sometimes just didn't have a choice. But
All right, and the last one for 2005. What was launched in 2005 on this date? What?
brother, I could just barely remember 2-3 weeks ago. Okay, so 2005. You're talking 10, 11 years ago. 25 years.
Tw-
20 years ago.
21 years ago.
2021. Yeah, somewhere there.
Yeah.
My mathematics is a little suspect tonight.
Yeah. In 2005, YouTube was launched
Oh,
on this
no
date.
shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
The very platform that you're on right now.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not good at that shit.
a group of former employees at PayPal, the online money transferring site, started YouTube as a video sharing website. 1 year later, they sold it to Google for $1.65 billion.
In 2006?
In 1 year,
They
They-
evaluated that to be $1.6 billion.
$1.65 billion.
Good God.
So yeah,
Why does it make it so freaking hard for us to get where we need to be at?
we haven't
Dang
come
it.
up. We haven't come up with something that everyone wants.
Yeah, I know we haven't, but that's okay. I like doing what we're doing, so
Yep. So
who gives a shit?
I do have some more information on Valentine's Day, like history-wise. But do you want to do yours? Or do you want me to hit Valentine's Day first?
I know it's getting close to Katie Zed's deal, so it doesn't matter.
Well, let's.
I'm good with just hanging out, and I can
Yeah.
say what I got for next week. No big deal.
All right. So Valentine's Day. Let me pull this up here. Actually, let me get this. We're gonna go like that. There we go. You see that right there? Valentine's Day. The origin of Valentine's Day. Okay. Valentine's Day was originally a pagan holiday celebrating fertility, taking place somewhere between February 13th through the 15th, going back as far as the 6th century. BC, actually. It's taken a turn toward romantic celebrations, acts of kindness, when originally in Rome, men were stripped, blood was shed, animals were sacrificed, all in the hopes of warding off evil curses and keeping the Roman fertility god Lupercus happy. Lupercus, as well as the she-wolf Lupa, who, according to legend, protected and raised the eventual founders of Rome, inspired the title Lupercalia. the holiday known as Valentine's Day. The day revolved around a feast that involved animal sacrifices and streaking men. These same men would whip women with strips of sacrificed goat hides, which was believed to cause ripe fertility. That right there, in and of itself, is just the beginning of Valentine's Day. And now we look at all of this stuff here. Okay. Hearts, love, candy, chocolates.
Well, hearts, candy, chocolates. I mean, that could be.
It's gone from we're going to sacrifice animals, we're going to streak around naked, and we are going to whip each other with animal hide of an animal we just sacrificed to here's a flower, here's some candy. Uh, let's jump in bed.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How things have changed.
No shit.
And there's a lot more to it. Obviously, you've got, as you go later down the line, you've got Saint Valentine, and with different religious background and stuff like that. But the actual origin goes back before all of that, and it's just straight up.
It's. I mean, to some people, they would go, "That's pretty gruesome."
Yeah, and other people are like, "Hey, that's a good Friday night." So
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was pretty neat. And again, you know, uh, just in case anyone's keeping track, today is February 14th, obviously Valentine's Day. This is also our 14th show.
How in the F we managed that? I don't even know, but we did.
Yep.
That's
And-
pretty wild.
And to keep with the theme of 14, I got a couple other little quick things here, like 5 amazing facts of the F-14. Okay. So let me, there it is. I don't know if that's going to be showing up very big or not, but hey, it is what it is. Where'd it go?
Hasn't shown up at all, but I'm sure you'll get it there.
There it is. All right.
Yeah,
So
it's not very big, but that's okay.
it's not, and I don't know if I can. It's cold outside, all right? Just be nice, all right? It's freaking cold outside.
Here, maybe this will make it bigger.
My magnifying glass?
Nope. But anyways, I can see that it's an F-14 plane.
Oh, what happened?
You got rid of it.
I did. Because I hit the wrong button. Oh, that's not it.
Goddamn newbies, anyways.
I know. The technology. All right. So, anyway, the F-14 Tomcat. All right. 5 pretty cool facts about it. It's one of the few planes out there that the U.S. has where it has swing wings. Okay. It can have its wings swept back, like what you can see in this picture if you zoom in, or you get real close, or you get the magnifying glass out, or it can have the wings spread out like what you see here. Okay. So, and what that does is as it's flying, depending on the speed and the lift needed and such, it will automatically adjust those wings to optimize flight for the actual plane.
That sounds a lot like aero mode on a Chrysler product.
They probably got it from this because
Well,
the Tomcat has been around since '74.
So, in case people aren't familiar with aero mode on a Chrysler product, if you own a vehicle that has air ride suspension, there are several different modes. You have entry exit mode, which is all the way down.
Yep.
Okay, so that allows you exactly what it says: easy exit, easy entry.
Yep.
And then it goes back to standard ride height. And then you have your 4x4 1 and your 4x4 2.
Yep.
So that takes it from ride height to this height and then to this height, so you gain more ground clearance.
And when you're at the top, if you exceed a certain mile per hour, it will automatically drop.
Well, that's just in 4-wheel drive mode. But so on standard mode, which is just regular driving mode,
Mm-hmm.
if you exceed, I forget what the mile an hour zone is.
I can tell you what it was on mine, 75.
It's much lower now.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like 60 something, 62 maybe. But anyways, when you're driving down the road at say 40, 45 mile an hour, the vehicle would be at one height. And as soon as you reach like 60, 62, 65, somewhere there, the vehicle would actually slightly lower to improve aerodynamics.
Mhm.
And that would be your aero mode. And that's what provided the best fuel economy for that particular vehicle, whether it be a truck, a Jeep, or anything that had air ride suspension would automatically adjust. So it seems to me like that would be the same concept
It
in
is.
a sense with the F-14.
Yeah. So just taking a side quest here. I had all three of my airbags, 4 airbags go out at once.
The air ride on your vehicle, yeah.
Yeah. And they were telling me it was going to cost me $2,500 per airbag to replace.
Yep. And that sounds about right considering the age of the vehicle that you have.
Yeah. And
it's probably on a newer vehicle like 17, 18, 19, it's probably a little bit cheaper, but because your vehicle is starting to age out, I could see where the components would be a little bit more expensive. Yeah.
So I was like, well, this sucks. How am I going to drive around this vehicle? And the guy goes, well, we have an alternative. And I said, what is that? He goes, we take it all out. We put normal shocks and struts in.
Yep. Standard.
And I said, all right, what's that going to cost? He goes, $2,500. I said, if it's going to cost me $2,500, I go, why wouldn't I just put the air right back? He goes, no, not $2,500 a piece, $2,500 total. So instead of paying $2,500 for each one of your airbags to get replaced, and you really should do all 4. If you had 3 go out at once, the other one's going to go out anyway.
It's not far behind.
He goes, so instead of paying $10,000, it's $2,500. I went, sold.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at $7,500 to replace 3.
Yeah.
Or you're looking at $10,000 to replace all of them. Or you're looking at $2,500 for all 4.
And I am so glad that I did that. And he also told me, he goes, look, he goes, if you take it to a dealership or you take it to, and they look at it and they're like, yeah, but it should have had this component to it or whatnot, they may not give you as much for it or whatever the case is. He goes, but anyone that you sell to privately, they are absolutely going to thank you for changing it over because they knew that they were going to have to do it anyway. And they would be happy about it.
I love that sign too, by the way. It's not hoarding if it's ammo.
Yes. Well, no, that's absolutely true.
That's 100% true. But
anyway. All right. So back to the amazing facts of the F-14. Okay. So number 2 is it has 71 different radars on it.
Good criminy.
It can track up to 24 targets up to 200 miles away. And it can shoot 6 missiles to designated targets. So it got to pick and choose who it wanted to shoot these missiles at. Now, it couldn't shoot 24 missiles at 24 targets, but it could shoot, they're like, oh, I got 24 targets. I'm going to take a quarter of them out right now. And off it went.
Yeah, well, imagine what happens after it takes those fucking quarter out. Then it could move on to the next quarter. I mean, it's like...
Yeah. So, as long as it had the firepower, yeah.
Oh yeah, as long as they could store that kind of ammunition, sure.
Yep. The what ends up taking the F-14 Tomcat out of commission is the F-22 Raptor, because it can just do so much more, and the technology has increased so much more when it comes to that stuff. Number three,
And that's
it
technology, though. That's what's
yeah,
happening.
yeah. So number three is it's the AIM 54 missile, which is the Phoenix missile. Um, it was the F-14 was kind of built around this missile, okay? Because they knew that they needed something that could fly and be highly maneuverable and get into places with this. So they had this missile and they're like, okay, well, we got a missile, so let's build a plane for the missile. It's kind of like the oh it's kind of like when you take an engine and you're like, I got this engine. Now let's build a car for the engine instead of going, I've got this car. Now let's build an engine for the car. No, they had the engine first, and then they built the car around the engine. That's the type of thing that they did. So um, then they also have for number four, the F-14 also has a reconnaissance platform. Um, so they could take it and they could take pictures. They could, go into enemy territory with these high speed cameras and get these really, really detailed pictures that were needed, which usually use these spy planes and all that. But sometimes you just need something that can get in there and fight its way out.
Get the F out quick.
Yeah, and if shit hit the fan, it was able to, get out of there quickly.
Yeah, was able to get the hell out.
Yep. And then lastly, the Latrin pod and smart bomb capability. Okay. Um, they redirected a lot of funding um, and put it into the air-to-air missiles for the F-14 and so on. But they also put in the Latrin infrared pod, which helped them identify targets and actually be able to bomb those targets as well. So
That's
F-14
cool.
was pretty badass in and of itself. So yeah.
It's still probably very capable even nowadays.
Oh yeah. Well, SR-71. Okay.
Been around for a minute.
Okay. It's been around since
Wasn't it the 70s?
technically it became known in the 80s, but it's been around since the 60s, and the prototype for it was in the 50s. Okay. And the max speed and the max elevation are still classified. And it's retired. How do you retire a plane where the max speed and the max elevation is to this day
Still classified?
still classified and it's retired? What does that tell you?
Shit's fast. That's what they call fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, but that tells me they got something faster. Because you're not going to retire something that's the fastest kid on the block unless you got something faster.
That's very, very fucking true.
Okay. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Who are we talking about in a minute? Told them come watch
I
there.
told them to come, yeah, I was gonna say I'm still kind of. I seen that, but I was like, I told them to come watch. They were going to talk about him in just a minute.
Oh. Well, he's gonna. The grandson's the one that likes your sign right there.
Right.
Yeah.
But going to talk about him in just a minute. I'm not sure I follow that, but
Oh. So yeah, um, that's a F-14 Tomcat. Uh, kind of goes with the Valentine's Day. Um, now I do have something that I want to show you because was it last episode or the episode before we were talking about oil changes?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was, but yeah, I remember.
Um,
You
this
do
one,
know nowadays, at least on some of the Stellantis products, more specifically right now, off the top of my head, I can think of is the 2026. It might be some of the 25s. I think it's I think it does involve some of the 25 3-liter twin turbos, the inline sixes. They don't have dipsticks.
oh no, 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 no.
Uh, and some of and that's been an ongoing thing for a few years now for quite a few vehicles, but Stellantis now has adopted that same um, you don't get to check your own oil like the old days. You don't get to check your transmission like the old days. You don't get to do any of that stuff.
No, you got to take it in to have it done. But
No, you can still check it, but you're relying on the computer system of the vehicle to tell you the fluid level of the engine at this point because
um,
they do have a sensor in them. So
now, what's the longest you've ever heard of? Don't change the oil until this point.
I guess that's kind of a um, I that depends on the manufacturer. Okay, some of them say 7,200 miles. Some of them say 7,500 miles. Um, but at the same time, you've got some that say 10,000 miles. You can go up to that point. And what they say is you can go up to that point, but that also just depends on your driving habits and your driving conditions.
Okay.
That is what's going to affect
What
whether
about
or
a
not
closed system?
a closed system. They're
Mhm.
all, you mean closed system as far as like, the only closed system I can off the top of my head think of would be a CVT transmission, which is a closed system, so you wouldn't be changing the fluid in that. I've never heard of a motor having a closed system in it.
So you never heard of a motor that says do not drain do not drain the engine oil?
No, to my knowledge, there's not a manufacturer out there that has that. That I seen that on a TikTok at some point that had the sticker there, but I don't believe the manufacturer put that sticker there.
So I've seen this on 2 different cars in person, not just on here, and I happened to see it,
What
and I wanted to
manufacturer is that?
I don't remember the car. That was the thing. I saw it, I'm like, "What in the world? I need to ask my brother about this." And then I saw this and remembered that I forgot to ask you about it. So I
I'm
wanted to ask you because I see this and I wanna know how much of this is BS?
I am not familiar with any manufacturer, and I'm not saying that there's not one out there, but I am not familiar with any manufacturer that specifically has that sticker. I do know that there are some people out there running a specific oil that is constantly taking oil samples and sending them in to check the oil sample for certain criteria. But I've heard, but that was mostly on diesel stuff, not on gas engines. and a 5. What is that? 550? Does that say 550?
5W50. All
I've
right, so
never even heard of a 550
so let
engine
me
oil.
let me read this to you. I don't know if you can read it, but I can. Important. Do not drain engine oil. This engine is protected and permanently lubricated with Synlube Lube for Life, 100% synthetic super lubricant, all season, all climate. SAE 5W50. API services, blah, blah, blah. I can't understand any of that. High viscosity.
So if you want me to put
And it's
my input on this,
150,000 miles or 15 years, which is 4,000 engine operating hours.
so my input on this is there is somebody out there conducting
A test
a test, and this is one of those vehicles, and that actually
looks like a Mopar.
it does look like a Mopar product. Currently, right? I don't recognize that oil pan. That can't be a Mopar product, not with that oil pan. Yeah, so that's not good. Just a window to look into the internals is not a good sign.
That's what I was thinking when it
Uh,
got to this point.
My guess is there's a company out there testing a few vehicles, and they have put that label on there because they want to see how far they could push this BS.
Well, that one didn't get pushed the way it needed to.
I don't know because I don't know how many miles are on it. That thing could have 10 or 12,000 miles. That thing could have 80, 100,
150?
120,000 on it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I can tell you that I have seen a few vehicles that have gone in. Well, I mean, I showed you some.
Yep.
Only two known oil changes that was performed at the dealership, which would have been their free oil changes in 42 or 48,000 miles, and we saw the repercussions of that.
Yeah. It's
So
pretty sticky.
it is thick, I can tell you that, and it leaves a lot of bullshit sludge behind. So
It's a thick boy.
So again, do I recommend? Listen, I was brought up on every 3,000 miles. Okay.
Oh yeah, and
I
back then the
believe-
technology.
I believe technology has come by a little bit further. But do I believe technology has gotten to 72, 7,500 to 10,000 miles? Absolutely fucking not.
How about 150,000?
Absolutely fucking not. I don't give a fuck what it is. Okay. I have a older Jeep. It's a 2004 model. I change that thing every 3,000 miles,
Oh yeah.
which unfortunately equates to about once a year because that's just how many miles I get to put on it. Okay. My pickup truck, I have a 21. It's a diesel. I change that thing religiously at every 5,000 miles. It's just the way that I am because I don't trust. I just don't.
I agree.
Can the vehicle go that far? Absolutely can.
I changed
But
the oil
what
on
are
mine.
the damages that happens over the years of doing that?
I changed mine at 3.5 thousand miles, and the guy goes, "Oh, before I do this, you still got another."
1,500.
And I went, "Yeah, I know. Go ahead and change it." He's
So
like, "Oh,
with
okay."
my Jeep being an older one, I just do it every 3,000 because that's just the way it is with some of the older stuff. On
Yeah.
the newer stuff, I will change mine every 5K.
Yeah.
Okay. I did a 60,000 mile service on mine at 30,000 because I want my shit to live.
Yeah.
I don't
You know
put
what?
my oil
Speaking of that,
changes.
maybe
I
I
don't-
should have done a 60,000 on my knee. Because this thing is kicking.
I don't know. With the way that these things are choked down and that, yeah. And he's absolutely right, because when you in the combustion chamber, what's happening in the combustion chamber? Okay, you got fuel that gets pushed in. It gets ignited. It gets pushed back out. It's an exhaust gas. But at the same time, there is another chemical in there, and it's the oil, because the oil has to lubricate the cylinder. So, rings, whatever. So your oil gets contaminated by the gases, which is acidic, and then that is the reason for it.
So I remember, and I hope I'm remembering this correctly, from Pop, where he said that if you do like your engine flushes, your oil flushes, and all of that, and you clean it all out, everything is good, okay, and you do it on a very regular basis, that's all great. However, if you have not done that, you have not done those deep clean flushes and all of that on a regular basis, and you're like, oh, I'm at 100,000 miles, maybe I should do that now.
There's only one component that retains to, and it's not the engine. It's not even the transfer case.
And that is the
transmission.
And what do you not do?
If you don't perform your regular maintenance schedules according to whatever manufacturer it is, leave it the F alone, because you're flushing out all of the stuff that is keeping those clutches alive in that automatic transmission. That is when you start to see most of your transmission failures, is after a major flush like that. If it recommends you do that at 40 or 50,000 miles, 60,000 miles, and you do that religiously, the system will be used to that, and the clutches will be used to that. If you don't do that, and you do that 100, 120,000, all of that stuff that has been accumulating and helping those clutches with friction is now been washed away, so now it has to start over again.
Well, also, it gets into, like, everything grooves, okay? Everything gets those little grooves and everything, and stuff gets packed into those grooves, and it got used to that. And when you flush all that out, all those grooves are now bare. So now you have, like you said,
well, and
friction.
That would be more in your bearing tolerances. If you're looking at it that way. But as far as the clutches are concerned, if you wash that material away, that extra friction package that's in there from the old stuff is no longer there. So now it's got the new stuff in there. It's gonna do exactly what it says, slip.
Yeah.
So that material is not there anymore. So me personally, as an automotive tech, unless you have gone by the manufacturer's spec of getting your on-time fluid changes, your 30,000, your 60,000, your 80, 90,000, 100,000, 120,000 checks, and this is mostly on your transmission for automatic transmissions. I'm not speaking on anything else. If you haven't done anything with your transmission, leave it the fuck alone. If you've got problems with it and you're at 100,000 miles, it don't matter. I can almost guarantee you, I mean, I'm not a transmission tech, but I can almost guarantee you, if you do a flush on it, you're going to make it worse.
So for the ladies out there that went, I don't remember the last time I changed my oil. Oh, I've got the little sticker right here, and it says I did it at 12,000 miles. And my odometer says I'm at 52,000 miles.
No.
Should they listen? Should they listen to your advice and leave it the fuck alone?
On what? Oil or transmission?
The oil.
Oil. You have to change your oil, period. I don't give a shit. Okay?
So
Oil changes need to be done. I don't care what manufacturer it is, okay? I do not care. They tell you an oil change can go up to 10,000 miles. That is just depending on driving conditions, okay? And everybody's driving conditions are completely different,
oh yeah,
okay?
driving country versus
This
driving city, way different.
it's not, yeah, absolutely. You got stop and go, then you got country, you got whatever. Okay, you got hills, you got flatlands, you got whatever.
Mhm.
Okay. Standard rule of thumb is you should just, in all honesty, you should just change your oil every 5,000 miles. I don't care. That's just
But if they
what I would do.
but if they miss it, they haven't done it in 40,000 miles.
They're going to wind up with a scenario with a bunch of sludge in their motor, and chances are, when you change that oil, you're going to start taking all of that sludge that is built up not only in the top end but also on the bottom end and mixing it in, and you're going to take that sludge, that thick, nasty gelatin buildup, and you're going to start loosening that stuff up, and you start blocking passages, and then that's when you're going to potentially experience catastrophic failure.
And I'm saying, ladies, as a joke, but I am being more serious when it comes to your Gen Zs who don't really pay attention to the stuff with their car. They just go and they go and they go and they go until it breaks, and then they wonder why it's broken. It's like, I did the update on the screen.
People don't understand how critical it is and what things have changed over the last 20 years.
Hmm.
Okay. I cannot express the seriousness of actually following through with an oil change. Just
Oh,
do
yeah.
your oil changes.
Just if nothing else, do the oil change.
And let me tell you something from personal experience. Absolutely. Nothing against the people that work there. Absolutely, 100%. Never take your vehicle to Walmart to have an oil change. True story. If they cannot get your oil filter off, they will not change your oil filter.
But they will tell you they did it, and they will charge you.
Nope. Some places will tell you that they could not do the oil filter because they could not get it off. Some Walmarts have done that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying in general, if they cannot get your oil filter off, they will not take your oil filter. They cannot get it off. They will not change the oil filter, but they will drain your fluid and they will put fresh fluid in it.
I have actually seen them where they couldn't get the oil filter off. And because they couldn't get the oil filter off, they still charged them, but they never put new fluid in.
They absolutely can do that. They charge them for the fluid.
Yeah. And they didn't put any in because they couldn't get the old filter off.
I haven't seen that yet, but
I have.
Also, and I don't know if this is just, I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but from what I understand, Fram has gone downhill over the last 10, 15 years.
Really?
So they actually call it Fram of Death.
Nah.
Yep. So
All right, so you guys heard it here. I don't know, first, second, third. I don't know. This is the first time I've heard that. So I've heard it here first. Fram of Death. Don't get Fram.
Fram used to be a really, really good filter, and from what I understand, it is bottom feeder stuff now, and it is not a good filter to use anymore for an oil filter.
Do you think we can still use it for a can? Maybe.
But
that would put a new Fram of Death.
That it would.
Yeah.
So
just thinking outside the box here.
But
yeah.
No, I would say definitely if I could give anything out, in my professional opinion, it would be at least with our dealership, we always put 5,000 miles on. So um, that would be the standard every 5K. I'm old school, so I know with my older stuff, I just do it every 3 years.
And real quick, synthetic versus normal.
You just have to follow whatever the manufacturer, because these newer motors are very specific to what they use for motor oil because of the bearing tolerances and stuff. So you have to go by what the manufacturer specifies for synthetic. You can either do full or synthetic. The manufacturer will use full or synthetic oil, semi-synthetic, so it would be like a blend.
Right.
Go by whatever the manufacturer says you have to have. There's an ANSI, the ANSI
Yep. ANSI recommendations.
recommendations. Make sure it meets those recommendations. And I'm going to tell you firsthand. I have seen one case I know specifically where I forget the model year. They actually changed it, and I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I believe they changed it from 530 to 520. That was a recall. So they were supposed to actually send. It was a recall that came out. They actually took your oil cap off, and I believe it was a 530. And they changed it to a 520.
Well, so they actually changed the oil cap also, because I know sometimes on the oil cap it tells you what oil you're supposed to put in it.
Correct. So
Yeah.
that was part of the recall, and it was probably it. I shouldn't say probably. It was because they had figured out that the 520 was a better oil for that particular engine for the bearing tolerance clearances. I would imagine because they were experiencing engine failures. So they found that if they took the oil from 530 to 520, it actually
Right. So
allowed the engine to do what it needed to do. And
you've got regular oil, which it can be 530, but you've also got synthetic, which it can be 530.
Yes. And that would be a full synthetic.
Right. So which would, if it says we put 530 in it, do you go with the regular oil or do you go with the synthetic?
Again, you have to go by the ANSI, and you have to figure out what that is. And most times with this newer stuff, it is either semi-synthetic or a full synthetic, because they make a couple different ones. So
Is it bad to put a synthetic in an older vehicle that is, let's take your Jeep. Okay?
not
2004.
necessarily. Because the thinner, because let's just say 520, 530. Okay.
Mhm.
We're just going to use those numbers because you got 10W30, you got 5W30, you got some other stuff. Hey, Roger.
What's going on, Roger?
On the older stuff, they want some of that thicker oil, the 1030.
Right.
If you were to put a synthetic oil in it, the synthetic oil is going to be a touch bit thinner. So not only would you be looking at the bearings, but the seals
Okay.
may not accept that thin tolerance of oil, and it might seep past the seals.
Even though it is 530 and the other one's 530, even like the regular oil, even though the regular oil is 530 and the synthetic is 530, there's
a semi-synthetic, and then there's a full synthetic blend.
Okay, so let's just say it's a full synthetic. Okay.
Because the oil is a touch bit thinner, it may not allow the seals to retain the oil in it.
Right.
But more importantly, it would be more for your bearing tolerances to keep that bearing lubricated properly.
So there is a
There is a difference.
tangible difference between regular oil and
There's
full synthetic.
yes, there is. In
Okay.
the older vehicles, it's not such a big difference because of the bearing tolerances, but in the newer vehicles, there is a difference. And um, I have seen some of the 3.6s come in
Yep.
with the wrong oil type in it, and it will actually throw a check engine light in it because it has the wrong fluid in it. It will actually throw a code in it if it has the wrong filter in it.
No kidding.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because
That's good to know.
it's not allowing
The flow to
the
go the
proper
way it's supposed
flow.
to. Yeah.
And then same thing with the wrong viscosity oil. It senses the wrong flow path or whatever it is through one of the sensors, and it just says this
It's
isn't
like
right.
it's saying, "Hey, look, this is a hot dog in a hallway. This is not right. We need to change this stuff up."
Yep. And I can think of real recent where we had one that come in from a different location that we had, throwing a specific code, and we literally dropped the oil out of it, put the proper oil back in it, and the code was gone and it stayed gone.
Nice.
So, and that could be the difference between 520 to 530, or
Okay.
they've even got stuff out right now. I think there's stuff at 0.16.
What?
Yeah, and I think there's even one lower than that right now for oil. So
How thin is that, or is that how thick is that?
I mean, you might as well be putting freaking water in the goddamn thing at this point.
Wow.
I mean, you're talking 0.16. So
See, I never know which way is higher or lower. You know, like thicker or less thick. So
I 5W30, 10W30. 5W30 is going to be probably just a little bit thinner than the 10W30.
yeah,
But then you also have 10W50. And I believe the 50 side of it is just the 50/30 side of it is more of your viscosity rating, as the more like your 530 versus your 1030 is going to be your 510 is going to be more of your thickness scale.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
well, Roger
I'm-
said something about Toyota oil also.
I think he's probably referring to Toyota having like the 0.16. I think there's some Stellantis products that are starting to come out with the 0.16. I
Well,
might be wrong on that.
Yeah, I went in, I looked at, certain oils and even like radiator fluid and stuff like that, coolants. And I was like, does it really matter on the coolant? And the guy behind the counter goes, hell yeah. I went, all
Some
right.
of this newer stuff, absolutely. And the reason being is because once those fluids mix, it's almost like a coagulation.
Yes.
And it creates like a coagulation. It starts thickening and it creates a bunch of little,
That
how the hell do you say that?
it like crystallizes.
It's not even
but it's
crystallizing. It's just more like clumping.
yeah,
And that's what plugs up your system.
it crystallizes into like rubber balls.
In the older stuff, no, it didn't matter.
Right. And the other thing he said was it can also go the other way where it thinned it out. And because it thinned it out, and by thinning it out, it made it so it didn't actually disperse the heat the way it was supposed to.
I
Because it
can
went,
see that, but it would still probably be better than just straight water as far as being able to disperse the heat. I think more so your dispersing of the heat not only has to do with just your coolant, but it also has to do with your radiator and stuff and being able to take in the air that cools that coolant and or water down. That's why, like in the old days, you could literally put just water in your system, and as long as your radiator was good, the cooler air would come in and cool that hot water down and still keep the engine somewhat cool.
Yep.
The coolant is absolutely helping with the cooling factor, but the coolant is also helping in the cold climates, keeping
keep
it keep
from
it
freezing.
from freezing.
Yeah.
Yes, which is why you never want to put straight water in a system in a cold climate because it will freeze, and not only will it mess up your radiator, it will mess up the metal block because once that water's in that metal block, it starts to expand. What happens?
Oh, it's going to crack.
It's going to crack the block,
So,
or it's going to push a freeze plug out.
oh,
But even at that, even if it still pushes a freeze plug out, it could still have the potential to crack the block.
so I actually saw a picture of a radiator that had cracked because it had straight water in it in a cold climate. And you could see the crack and then the water where it was ice just bulging out of it. And the guy's like, yep, this is going to be sucky in about a month.
Well, and then like nowadays, most of your radiators are made out of aluminum, but they have plastic tanks on them.
Oh, hold it. We got good information here. Let's throw this up here. The first number before the W relates to how oil flows when it's cold, such as when the engine first starts up. The second number after the W is defined by how oil flows at normal engine operating temperatures, 100 degrees Celsius, or when your vehicle has been warmed up. So that answers that. Appreciate that, Roger.
But am I still right? The first number would be more of your weight, which would be like the thickness of the oil. I think I'm on to that. I think that's right.
Well, one's cold versus hot. So I think both numbers would be related to the thickness of the oil because it's going to be thicker when it's cold, and then when it warms up, it's going to be thinner.
But that's why I would say 5W, 10W would be your weight. So the thickness of it. 5W weight versus 10W weight. And then obviously the
He
third.
says you're correct.
So
yeah. So look, this
hey, I
show
was
is
partially there.
this show is informational.
Listen, I'm a
we may-
technician, and I still am learning daily, every day about shit. And I'm not like a hardcore guy, as far as like I'm not like a hardcore like I'm a technician. I'm just an average guy out there making a few bucks. I can diagnose and I can do things and I can fix cars.
Yep.
Am I super specific on them? No, but I was pretty sure the 5W and the 10W meant weight and the thickness of it, and then you had your.
And this is where you and the cars and everything. For me, you're the subject matter expert. Okay, for me,
and I'm by far not even fucking close to it. I just happen to work on this shit.
And for guns, and I've fired a lot of them, machine guns, pistols, rifles, shotguns, all of that.
Roger's well-rounded for that stuff. So he's good at cars. He's good at fucking ammo. He's good at the military. That's why I love having this guy on. He's good people.
I will never be the one that says I'm the subject matter expert in this. Because there's always someone that is going to know more.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say something that's wrong, whether it's by accident or by having misknowledge given to me at some point. And, and this is why I like what we do, is because I bounce stuff off of you, you give your opinion, but you're not afraid to actually seek information, such as the 5W describes the oil's viscosity at low temperatures. The lower the number, the faster the oil will flow at vehicle startup. The 30 represents the oil's viscosity at normal engine temperatures. So, yeah.
Just so people are aware, on a lot of Stellantis products,
Could you explain Stellantis products real quick?
Stellantis
Because-
is the main company for Mopar, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram.
There we go.
Stellantis.
A lot of people don't, because Stellantis is the umbrella.
Correct. Under
So-
which all of those reside.
Chrysler, Jeep,
Um,
not.
For people that are not aware of your parking brake scenario, this is something I wanted to kind of touch base with. You have a rear parking brake, and if it's electronic, most people don't know how to disable that. So on a rear electronic brake system, you have to actually disable that system in order to squeeze the calipers back in or allow them to be squeezed back in.
Oh, really?
Stellantis has it. Well, yeah, because it's electronic, so it can retract and retract. So
if you're doing your brakes,
if you're doing the rear brakes, you have to actually go through a procedure.
and if
you
some
have to
dumbass does it,
you have to retract the brakes before you can actually compress the caliper back in. Okay. Some
and
calipers, now just note, some can be compressed in with a C-clamp or an approved brake caliper tool to compressor to press the brake back in, or some of them have a required tool, brake caliper tool, where there's two little teeth on it. There's a nub and a nub here, and they fit into the caliper tool, and you actually have to twist it back in. But most of your products you can squeeze in with an approved caliper tool. Okay. I guess my point is, if you need to do rear brakes on a Mopar Stellantis product, most of the times you can go into your radio system and go into your brakes, and you can go into the service side of it and hit that button. It will actually retract the brakes, the electronic brakes in. And then at that point, you can decide and or figure out whether or not you need a tool to just press the caliper piston back in, or if you have to twist it back in.
what year would be the oldest year that would be?
It just depends. I don't know the specific year for Stellantis Mopar products and where you can go into that computer system, but most of your newer stuff in there is a spot in your radio. So if you go into your radio, go to vehicle, you can scroll down. You have safety, you'll have this, you'll have that, and you'll have brakes and lighting, all that. You hit your brakes. There's brake service mode in there, and then I think the other mode is the stupid automatic one. As soon as you put it in park, it automatically sets the park brake.
Well, the reason I ask what would be the oldest year, like if someone's got a 2017, do they need to worry about that?
Yeah, it should be in there at that age.
Wow. Okay.
You just have to go into your system and look. Most of your systems, you can go into the radio and do that. Some of the older ones, you just got to go into like a scanner and do it, and then you can put it into automated, where you can retract the brakes at that point. Fords are different. I believe Fords, you have to use a scanner on most things. I could be wrong. I'm not a Ford tech. I just know that most of the Fords that I have to deal with in my shop, I have a scanner to deal with that so I can retract the brakes. There is also Google's out there. There are specific sequences you can do manually.
Everyone's got a handheld Google.
There
machine.
are actual specific sequences, I believe, on certain Fords that you can look up on Google or the internet, and you can follow those sequences, and it'll actually put them into brake service mode manually. So, and then I'm not quite sure about all the other manufacturers, but just so people are aware that if you do, because not everybody can afford to go to a dealership or a mom and pop shop at that, and they have to do it on their own.
Right.
If they're aware of that scenario, they can go in and they can figure it out
Yeah,
and
you might
figure
be
out how to do it on their own.
you might need brakes and you might be tight on cash, you know, depending on.
Some of us can't freaking afford it, man. And
Yeah.
so, and knowledge is wealth as far as I'm concerned. So, am I afraid to send that knowledge out and help people? Absolutely not. Am
No.
I in fear that I'm going to lose business over it? No. I am out there to help the people that cannot afford to do that service through a dealership and or even a mom and pop shop that might be, you know, uh, even at 90 to $100 an hour in labor rate. People can't afford that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that the brake prices on everything has gone up anyways. I can tell you, it's not like it was in the old days where rotors were like, super thick.
We've talked about this before.
Yep. Where it was like the old days where the rotors were super thick and the pads were a little bit thinner. You needed a brake job. You went and got $60 pads, $40 pads, and then you went in and you paid $5 or $10 and you had your rotors turned. You took some of that material out to straighten the rotor back out so you didn't have that pulsation. It's not like that anymore. It's the other way around. The pads are thicker and the rotors are thinner. So I would have to say on a percentage rate, probably 80 to 90% of the time, when your pads are gone, your rotors are gone. So you have to replace pads and rotors at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to have, if you don't replace the rotors, never mind the fact that the pads aren't going to seat proper to the rotors. Are you still going to be able to stop? Yes. Is it going to be like you had new rotors? No. Can you still stop? Absolutely.
Until it gets too thin.
It's not even about that. It's just a matter of how everything seats together. And until that, it just, you cannot turn, most of the time, you cannot turn these newer rotors. So the manufacturers have figured out how, you're lightening up. You're lightening up the car and you're losing weight. So the car is now a little bit more efficient. But
it's called planned obsolescence.
Well, it's not even that. They were trying to figure out how to get their MPGs up. So they went, oh, hey, we could definitely take these rotors and turn them down to just the right amount of rotor versus pad. But once the pads are gone, so are the rotors. So now they have to do both. Where back in the day, you could literally take a few thousandths or more out of the rotor and still put you put a brand new set of pads on and made them up and run them, and you're fine.
Right.
Nowadays, you can't do that. So they're essentially getting more money out of the consumer at that point.
Well,
all to meet EPA regulations for lighter weight cars to meet these MPG mileage factors that they have to put in. It's just a freaking mess. And then, of course, you still have drilled and slotted rotors too.
So to get off of cars, because we're getting
we're at our 2-hour mark.
Yeah. I did a little security back in the day. Okay. And I like watching, kind of feel good security stories and whatnot. And I've got one here because this one right here just kind of made me giggle a little bit watching this one. And you wouldn't believe the security team at this location. It was pretty good. And let me grab this right here for you because I think you would actually enjoy this one here.
He's got some llamas. Okay.
A herd of crime-fighting llamas in England just detained a thief in their field until authorities arrived. The llamas in question belonged to Heidi and Graham, who took them in after a farm closure left them facing euthanasia. Having no prior llama experience, Heidi joined the British Llama Society, and she ended up completely falling in love with llamas, which is a good thing because there was one undercover male in the bunch, and the herd ended up growing unexpectedly. And a little over a week ago, a man stole tobacco from a nearby woman and made the bold strategic decision to flee through this field of 8 neighborhood watch llamas. The llamas, with their apparently very strong sense of justice, immediately formed a circle around him and started sounding the llama alarm call, which, if you've never been around particularly alarmed llamas, sounds like this. The thief had chosen to run through the llama
Sounds like
field
a
at
Ford
dusk,
trying to
which
start.
was unfortunate for him, because llamas get especially protective in the evening. Graham ran outside to find the man standing completely still in the middle of the llama forcement circle, looking quite alarmed himself. After authorities arrived, the llamas seemed very satisfied with themselves for their citizen's arrest, and Heidi noted that they did not spit on anyone throughout the encounter, maintaining professionalism and good manners even when faced with adversity. I'm Jen,
No
and I
shit.
post something positive every day.
I mean, could you blame them if they did spit on this guy?
No.
But they kept professionalism? Way
We're
to
gonna
go.
we're gonna surround him and scare him to death. That way he doesn't move until the cops show up.
Hell yeah.
And the lady that he stole the tobacco from got it back. So, I also read another story. It was just a quick little blurb of a dog that was supposed to be like a working dog, go to be a cop dog, whatnot. He wanted nothing to do with it, and they're like debating on whether or not they were going to put this dog down or whatnot because it wasn't for what it was supposed to do. Anyway, someone ends up adopting it. And this dog absolutely loved laying around. Now, take a German Shepherd, okay? Active. They're herding dogs. They're very, this dog wanted to do nothing more than just lay around. Wasn't getting fat. It just wanted to chill out. It wanted to, you got a couch? Cool. I'm going to sit on this couch with you. And would nap right here next to you. Okay. That's all it wanted to do. Someone decided to break in the house, and he just nonchalantly walked up behind them and sat down. And when they turned around, he just gave a low growl, and the perp just stood there. And the perp said he stood there for like 30 minutes until the owners came home because the dog just sat there and just like drilled little holes from eye to eye with this dude. And every time the guy went to move, he'd growl. So the dude's just stood there. Never attacked him, never showed his teeth, just kind of growled, like, no, just stay right there, buddy.
Why does the first thing come to mind to me as being like a dog that's on the green ganja? Like, I am so freaking chill, but don't move, motherfucker.
You just screwed up my high, man.
Now you gotta chill right there with me. Don't move though.
But yeah, that kind of reminds me of that. These llamas had a new lease on life, and they're like, oh, we're gonna take advantage of this. So
For some reason I can freaking picture that, and I don't even know why, but it's just the most chill dog, and this dude just fucking gingerly walks up. Dude has no clue I'm here, but I'm gonna plop my lazy ass down and sit there. I'm gonna wait for you to notice me.
Yep.
And then be like, oh hey.
Yep. Just
stay there.
Just chill, man. I really don't want to bite you, but
yeah, just if you give me a choice, I guess I'm gonna have to.
Yep, yep. So, but yeah, Katie, Zed, and I were watching these little puppies, and they were showing how these puppies they're like 6 weeks old. I mean, they're still nursing off a mom, but they take them into this room and whatnot, and they're trying to figure out if these dogs are going to be good for this or that or the other. And it's just a initial evaluation because just because they're good right now doesn't mean they're going to be good, you know, a
Sure.
month or 2 months later. But it gives you
Yeah,
a
'cause
very good idea.
Dog's disposition can change pretty easily.
Right.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the human that they're around, in my opinion.
Well, these are professional trainers. So they take a pack and they train these dogs. Okay. And sometimes you get a dog that has a very specific disposition to it where it doesn't like to have, you know,
Hey,
it doesn't like to have the,
didn't have any ice left, but that's okay.
oh, well,
Well, I can't annoy you fuckers with my ice cube.
we're spinning it on your coaster.
You mean this one?
Yeah. So anyway, they take these dogs in and they're just trying to get their temperament, trying to get a feel for them. That way they know, okay, is this one going to take a little more work or is this one just kind of a lost cause? But they do that in stages so they can see how that temperament, progresses. And one of the cool things was, um, you know, loud noises. And some of the dogs got scared of the loud noises, and other dogs were like, yeah, whatever, and just kept doing what it was. And they're 6 weeks old. So I thought that was kind of neat seeing it from that aspect of it versus when they're already a year, 18 months in and going that way with it. So, alrighty. Where are you sitting with your whiskey wisdom, sir? Oh no, he froze.
Oh,
You're back. You're back. You're back.
this fucking. I'm gonna.
No, you did good. It was good all night long, except right that moment.
Yeah, I know.
So
You know what? I don't have any whiskey wisdom. I'm just gonna go back with this has kind of been my favorite, man. If you want me to be honest, I'm just gonna go back with what I had last week. May your week be smooth, and your whiskey smooth. That's gonna be me. Sorry.
yeah, my whiskey wisdom for this week is going to be, you're not getting any younger. You're only getting older. Try to take care of your body a little bit better than what you did yesterday because you're not going to heal as quick as you did yesterday. And I'm living proof of that. My
Breeze line. I have breeze line, and it's garbage. I
the
freaking hate that I've been paying what I've been paying for the last 4 years for this freaking service. So I cannot wait until they bring fiber down here because as soon as they do, Breezeline can kiss my white lily ass. These some bitches,
are glow in the dark. These cheeks
they
are
don't
glow
even
in the dark.
fucking glow in the dark. Okay, they suck that bad. Anyway,
No, but take care of yourselves. Like seriously, you're not getting any younger. You're not going to heal as quickly as you did once before. And if you're older than we are, sorry.
listen, I'm not
Don't
even
fall down.
sorry, but at
Don't
the
fall
same
down.
time, I don't know. I think as long as you have a way to keep your mind active and your body somewhat active. Actually, no, tonight I'm not hardlined in. Anyways, I think as long as you keep your mind somewhat active and your body somewhat active, not like we're 20-year-olds active, but just
Oh,
moving and doing things, keeping your mind and your body moving.
keep your mind active as if you were 20 years old. Absolutely.
Yeah, you
keep your
have to.
keep
Because-
your mind going. Yes.
and I hate to say this. Fuck, do I hate to say this? But as soon as your mind goes as far as not being active and your body not being active, you're pretty much done at that point.
Yeah.
That's when you pretty much see. Not that I want to get onto any of that fucking bullshit, but that's just when you see things start to fail.
Yep.
So
I
keep moving, keep things going. Don't get crazy.
I do puzzles.
Yep. I was Superman. Yep, absolutely. I was Superman younger, and now I'm like, maybe I'm kind of sort of Clark Kent,
Yep.
but no.
See, I went from I was Superman when I was younger to I'm not Superman.
We all fucking do, though. We
I'm
all
more
fucking do.
I'm more of a Batman now. I gotta have my gadgets and gadgets so I can do
Yeah.
cool shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
not Superman. I'm a Batman guy now. But no, I do puzzles. I do things for the mind, cryptographs, shit like that, in order to make sure that I am, keeping the faculties moving.
I get enough of that bullshit at work trying to figure out fucking cars. So
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I
And
don't
that's
necessarily
good.
do that, but I do have to give my body a little bit of a rest from my 5 to 6.5 day work week. So
I'm working my way up to Iron Man.
Hey fucking man. Hey fucking man.
I'm not working my way to Iron Man. I'm working my way to
What
the
the
$6
hell was that
million
TV
man.
show in the fucking six
$6 million man.
What the hell was that? Was that in the 70s or was that in the 80s?
Late 70s,
I
early
think
80s.
I was gonna say it's got to be somewhere in there. Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember the Fall Guy?
I remember the Fall Guy, but I don't remember
He was a stunt man, and he had that badass truck. It was a Bronco?
It was a Chevrolet. No,
It was a
Chevrolet.
Chevy. It was a Chevy. Yeah, he was that stunt man,
It was
and he was
brown and white, wasn't it?
two-tone,
Yeah, it was brown. Main was the brown with the white stripe.
white top. Didn't have a white top. No, maybe it did have a white.
It might have been
It's
both.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
Fuck, I might have to look that up.
And what's the other show? Greatest American Hero? You don't remember that one?
I remember it, but I don't remember it.
So he had that cape, and he'd have to run to fly.
Oh,
but
fuck,
you-
we were both wrong, bro.
What?
That sumbitch was two-tone, but it was dark brown with a lighter brown.
Oh, it didn't have white on it?
No, it had zero white. Let me
Share
see
your
it.
screen.
Let
Share
me
your
see.
screen.
Let me see. How do I do this? Here. Nope, wrong one. Share screen. Uh-oh. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
Yep. And I remember it was a square body, so
Yep. And you know what? That lighter brown, that's what I thought was the white.
yep, so did I.
Yep. Man, we haven't seen that movie or that show in forever.
Oh my. Yeah.
That's a good year. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it is a good looking truck.
It is a damn good looking truck.
Okay, now how do I stop sharing? Right there?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
probably.
Uh-oh. There we go. I don't know how to stop sharing. How do I do that? Disable. Nope, wrong one. This one. There we go. Boy,
So,
I would suck as a host, wouldn't I?
you'll figure it out. And then the greatest American hero. That's that guy that the aliens came down, gave him a superpower with the cape and everything, and he had to run and jump. And a lot of times he'd run and jump and fall on his face.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I could tell you who I do remember.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, the older Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I also remember
The A-Team.
Miss Daisy.
Oh, yes. All
Who
right. So, fun
gave-
fact. Go ahead.
Right. Who gave the name to the shorts? Daisy Dukes.
So, here's the thing. They wanted her to wear like I believe, a skirt, and she's like,
I remember reading something about that. Yeah.
she's like, no,
Ooh.
I'm gonna wear shorts, and she went and got some pants, and she cut them herself, and that's how those came about.
Eeny, meeny, miny button. Yep.
So, yep,
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, we're not really showing our age, but we kind of are these days to a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Punky Brewster.
Yeah. Cabbage Patch. Smurfs. I mean, fuck how. I mean, I remember Road
Garbage
Runner,
Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail.
Yeah.
What's the other word? Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, yeah. That little evil son bitch.
Yeah, no fucking shit. Fucking open him up, put a fucking tape in him, and he's doing this number, talking to you. And you're like, whoa.
You're like, whoa, and you're like, yeah. We didn't
I'm
put
not-
batteries in them yet.
What the hell they call them? Fucking lawn darts. I'm not quite hee haw. I remember fucking hee haw.
Oh, Hee Haw was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not. I know about them, but I never got to play with them. But they were the lawn darts. The
I
real
played with
metal
them.
tipped ones.
Yep, I played with them, and then they were taken away. And I would negotiate very heavily to get me a set of those. Barter, negotiate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I could find somebody,
Yes,
Fraggle
Fraggle
Rock.
Rock.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree. There would definitely be some negotiations, some trading, some bartering to get a set of those original
Yeah.
lawn darts. Yeah.
All right, so here's a story about Fraggle Rock. Okay, so two of my
Fuck, I remember that too. The Bozo Show.
oh yeah, Katie was on the Bozo Show.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, it was in Chicago.
Yeah.
So she got to go up there. Anyway, Fraggle Rock came up because we're talking about some older school stuff. The young lady that works with me is my daughter's age, son's age. Her mom is my age. I think we're within like 6 months apart, I think. Anyway, we were talking about some of these older shows, and I went, oh, I got one for you. Fraggle Rock. She goes, what in the... I went, trust me. Look it up on YouTube. Just listen to the song. And so she goes, that's kind of catchy. I went, okay, you get it. So this is what I want you to do. I go, I know your mom works from home. I go, I want you to, when she's not busy, just kind of walk up to the door and just hit play and start playing it. I guarantee she claps.
Right?
She goes, "There's no way." I went, "Yes." Not only did she clap, prior to clapping, she started to bebop and sing along and then clapped. And her daughter goes, "What the fuck is going on here?"
You remember this one? Not the daddy.
Not the daddy.
Not the daddy.
Not the mama.
Not the mama.
Yes. It's not the daddy. It's not the mama.
Oh, well,
Yep.
not the mama. Yeah, you're right.
And then, oh, yeah.
What was that show?
Oh, that was with the dinosaurs.
But what was the show name?
Ah, shit.
Rocky and fucking Bullwinkle was another good one. I remember
Yeah.
watching that as a very young kid.
But that right there was even when Dad was a kid.
Rocky and Bullwinkle was, yeah.
Yep. That was, what the hell was that show? Remember Alf?
I remember fucking Alf.
Alien life form. That's why they called him Alf.
Actually, I believe it was called Dinosaurs.
Was it called Dinosaurs? I thought it had a different name.
Nope, I believe it was called Dinosaurs. If I recall right. I was trying to think of the other show, which was Alvin and the Chipmunks was another one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Of course, we're talking like that was probably early 80s, but
Late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, I can see that.
Pink
Pink
Panther.
yeah.
Pink Panther was another
Oh.
one.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, yes, that was also
And then Who Framed
Probably-
Roger Rabbit?
probably like early 80s. So
See, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was awesome because you
who
were
could
looking at.
forget the fucking red dress.
Yeah. But you're talking about the cartoons mixed with reality and how they did.
yeah,
That was like, oh my God.
that
you
was
know.
new technology at that point.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. You're like, what the hell?
Well, and they did that with, if I recall, I believe, didn't they do that similarly with Howard the Duck? Ooh, Captain Planet. I don't remember that one.
Captain Planet was a cartoon. And then there was.
He-Man.
Oh, yeah. You got He-Man, She-Ra, you got the Voltron, you got Transformers, stuff like that. But Captain Planet and the other one, there was a race car, and I can't. It's killing me. It was a little red racer, or it was a white race car with a red stripe, and the kid.
Oh, fuck, dude. Come on.
Man.
Captain Caveman was another one.
Oh, that one was great.
What the hell was that with the damn little race car? Was it Speed? No. God dang it. I can't remember. Somebody's going to put it up here before we even figure it out.
Or they're sitting there going,
They're doing the same thing we're doing.
Yeah. What was that?
Speed Racer.
It was Speed. Yeah, Speed Racer. Yeah. Yep. The good old days.
Yeah.
And
you know
So-
what? Sis decided that she needed to give me some throwback and started sending me some shit from Indian Bend.
she did the same shit with me.
God damn it. I got pictures of kindergarten. And I'm like, I showed them to my wife and she's like, oh, yep, there you are. Oh, yep, there you are. All of the ones that she sent me, she was like, boom, right here, here, and here. She
Sis-
put me out right away.
Sis
That's
had
the
to
wife.
Sis had to ask me, were you in this class?
Oh shit.
And I went, yeah. She goes, about this year? Yeah. Because she's like, that looks an awful lot like Dave, but I don't remember.
Michelle was able to pinpoint me in every single one of them.
Oh yeah.
She went, oh, yep, there you are. And, oh, yep, there you are. Oh, yep. I'm
Yeah.
like, how?
They're fucking ears, dude.
No.
Yes. When we were
No.
that, yes.
No. Bullshit.
Look at them. Look at them.
You ask Michelle, and I guarantee you it's not because of the ears. She'll say something totally different.
Look at the pictures. It's the ears that catches your eye, and then the rest of it, yeah.
Listen, one of the pictures I was in, I had the big Pepsi. It was a white sweatshirt with the Pepsi logo on it.
Yeah. And
That's what I wore to school for picture day. Like, give me a fucking break. What the fuck? Thanks, Ma.
Mom didn't dress you.
Yeah, she did actually at that point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know she told me to change a couple of times, but she never dressed me. No, you're not wearing
I was only
that.
this big, dude. Come on. I was barely. I'm trying to remember what grade I was in. Maybe first. I don't know. I don't remember what that one was. But.
Well, it is. Oh, geez.
Yep,
It's almost
we're
9:30 now.
We're 2.5 hours in.
One of Mr. Three Pigs, LD thought it was him. Okay. Honest to God. Auntie. Went over to Auntie's house. Okay.
Which one? Jan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I happened to see a picture that she had laid out on her table. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it. And she goes, "What's wrong?" Because she could see the look of confusion on my face. And I said, I don't ever remember owning that shirt, much less getting a picture taken in it.
Correct.
And she starts laughing at me. And I go, what? She goes, that's not you. That's your father. And I wish I had that picture because it's the same style polo shirt that I would have wore. I just didn't have that shirt. And I could not understand how
that
I
is very like me, but I don't remember that shit.
I'm like,
it's pretty wild how we're like our father, huh?
at different stages in our life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's certain stages that you look identical to him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's stages where I look just like he.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing is if you and I walk into a room at separate times with people that don't know us, they're not going to think or even assume that we are related.
Probably not.
If you walk into the room with Dad, they're going to say you're father and son. If I walk into the room with Dad, they're going to say you're father and son. If you and I walk in together, they're going to go, there's no relation.
Yeah.
Until Dad walks in, stands between us, and they go, oh.
Oh, shit. Yep.
Now we see it.
Yep.
So, yeah. Yeah.
And that's the thing is it's just in different stages of our lives that we look more like father. And you know,
absolutely.
You know, at some point you look just like him, and then at some point I just look like him. So
but when I saw that with that picture, that school picture, which was the same age that I was when I was looking at the picture going,
wait, what?
I don't own that shirt. How did I
I'm-
get a picture of that shirt?
Yeah. How does this work out?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not you, dude. That's your dad.
yeah. That's what she starts laughing and goes, "That's not you. That's your father."
And I've seen a few pictures where I look a lot like Pop,
Mhm.
and I've seen some pictures where you look like Pop.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. It just depends on where we're at in our life.
Yeah, the
Like
different.
right now, I don't look like Pop.
No, but you can tell that you two are related.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I'm the good-looking one right now. A couple of years from now, you'll be the good-looking one.
Nope. You've always been the better looking one. So it is what it is.
I'm just the younger-looking one. It is time for us to skedaddle out of here.
Yep.
Obviously, we can't get out of here without showing one of our favorite clips. But before we do you have anything for the peoples?
Hoopy, you're amazing, brother. I know I didn't get a chance because I was a little bit late this start of the show. I know you're probably not here yet or anymore, but I love the intro and the outro. Freaking phenomenal. People, we're not getting any younger. Enjoy life. Do what you have to do to make yourself happy and your you just life is short. Let's just put it that way.
So I put Hoopy Star. I put his
Absolutely.
web address on there.
Anything we can do to promote that young man, let's get it done. That dude is phenomenal.
Yep. And someone else that I'd like to promote is going to be Ace.
Yep.
Ace has done Dumb Criminals. He does a lot of cool stuff with these dumb criminals. He gets them while they're in court and making fools of themselves. Sometimes they're sovereign citizens. Sometimes they're just straight up dummies. But yeah, he does great things with that. Go ahead and check out their stuff, especially if you like crime-related stuff. Take a minute and look at it.
Katie Zed, same.
Oh yeah, his commentary as far as that goes is great. Hey Adam, glad to see you. Katie Zed and KFAR, they do a Crime Land show. Actually, they do Booze and Body Cams. Katie does the Crime Land show on her own. Booze and Body Cams, Monday or Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. typically is when they do that. Right now, they're in the middle of doing a game night. So if you guys feel like it, jump on over that way. Katie put it in the chat earlier in the evening. Let me see if I can find that because I want to throw that back down on the bottom. Where did I find it? There it is.
I don't know tonight that I'll be joining that because it's pretty late as far as getting in it. So, oh, there it is. Putting that up there. See you, man. Have a good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We appreciate you. And one of these days, we're going to get our shit together and have a nice, solid, itinerary.
Tough. It's tough. We both work. We both have life.
We're doing things. Roger, appreciate you.
Roger.
Hey, Chris has told me a couple of things about you, and if I ever get up that way, we'll have to sit down and have a beer or
absolutely,
or maybe a whiskey.
I would probably be more on the whiskey side of it, but
but we can't leave. We cannot leave until we watch this gentleman here, who the 5.7 Creedmoor or the 5.77 T-Rex round. yeah, we just can't wait and not see him. So let's throw him up here because he is the man, the myth, the legend.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with the .577 T-Rex round. Today I'm going to shoot it. That was amazing.
It's just never just. I mean, 14 shows, whatever. It just doesn't fucking get old.
If I ever am able to get him on this show, even just to say hi for 5 minutes, I'm gonna do it and not let you know that he's gonna be here.
That's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. Because that dude is. He's got a sense of humor and he's good. He has to be good fucking people.
He's yeah. And him and that poor sheep.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I think he's up to like episode 19 of fighting this damn sheep that he's got, and he's still getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it's AI on a lot of his stuff. But that 577 Creedmoor,
He'd be a blast to hang out with, man.
I've actually seen people fire large caliber weapons like that and get knocked on their ass.
Not like that, but that's still.
But that makes me laugh. But the way that he did that, yeah, that was classic.
And Roger, we're gonna have to make it happen for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be a great freaking time. So
I mean, it's a 10-hour drive. 10 hours. I mean, come on.
Yeah, because he's just on. Roger's not far from me, so he's probably about a half hour. So it would be a little bit easier for you to come see me, and then we can hang out. But
yeah,
we'll do it.
Yep.
Next time you're here, I'll get a hold of Mr. Roger, and we'll make it happen.
Hey, that works.
So
that works.
All right,
Ladies and
guys.
gentlemen, I want to say thank you. Peace out, and please, drink responsibly.
Absolutely.
If you got someone that's going through some troubles, have them reach out to you, reach out to a friend, reach out to someone.
Hotline, anything.
We've got various 988. That just remember 988. Okay, talk to someone,
Yep.
and if you need to talk to someone and you're like, I got no one to talk to, get a hold of me. I'll throw you my number, and we'll talk. 2 a.m, 3 a.m, doesn't matter. Just be patient. Throw me your info. We'll talk, and we'll get
Our email's up.
Yeah.
So
it is Poor Brothers.
One of us will get a hold of you.
Poor Brothers Decisions at gmail.com.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not fancy. It's easy.
We'll do whatever we can to help you out.
But anyway, I want to say thank you again to everyone, and I hope you have a good night. And deuces.
See you guys.